All right, guys. So I'm going to jump into a subject that I've talked about, but never like this before. So I hope you don't hear the word and shut down if you watched any of my other content. Before I do that, I'm aware of how I look. I know it's completely unprofessional. I should be embarrassed because there's peers and people I should be looking up to. It is what it is. It's what I was wearing today. I wasn't expecting to film, and it's very serendipitous. I'll get to that in a bit. So the word that I want to talk about is change. And if you've watched my stuff, I'll summarize it in 10 seconds. I think a day comes where loan manufacturing goes away, so we're not stacking files, chasing conditions. I think that happens. And I think that a digital consumer hits our environment in a way that is just absolutely going to put us on our butt. So we better know how to do that in personal brand, yada, yada. So I've talked about all that. But what I haven't talked about is the journey that we need to take as individuals to get there. And so I'm going to give you a tip and a warning. Hope you stay tuned for the warning. So here's the tip. First tip is put your ego aside. Put your ego aside. You know you don't know digital marketing. You know that you don't know what a world where you don't have to tell the borrower to give me your paperwork. You don't know what that world looks like. So here's the deal. Don't be afraid to sound dumb. Ask questions of anybody that you think can help. I'm telling you guys, that fuzzy thing off in the future that you think is there, the journey of learning starts with asking questions. And sometimes you don't even know what questions to ask to start that journey. And guess what? It's okay. If you've surrounded yourself with the right people, they're not going to long-term judge you. They might make fun of you in person, but they're not going to long-term judge you because your questions are kind of idiotic because you don't know where to start. But continue to ask questions. Put yourself in a vulnerable position, guys. You'll begin to form your own opinions. Here's the second thing. Don't just talk to people in our industry. Our industry is behind, guys. It is way behind. Like we've never done as an industry, maybe Quicken, digital marketing, personal branding, right? We have not had to do database segmentation. We've never had to do that. So when I go to ask questions, maybe I should talk to people that have had to do that. And unfortunately, that's people outside of our industry, right? And why I say this was serendipitous that I was wearing it is I haven't worn this in a year. Yet this sweatshirt is the sweatshirt of a little league team that I coached with a guy named Phil last year. Great, awesome dude, friend of mine. And Phil just poured into me for 35 minutes, marketing concepts and philosophies. And he doesn't know it, but I was scribbling notes until my hand was sore. And I've already converted them digitally. Thank you, Phil. And it's just crazy that he and I coached this little league team together of this sweatshirt. And the one day I'm wearing it, he does that to me. So it's great. But point is, when you ask questions, guys, sure, ask industry experts, but get out of our industry. You're going to find a lot of knowledge that we don't have in our industry in the outside world, which leads to my warning. Be very, very careful of false prophets, guys. People like me have kind of an idea. The fuzzy is not totally fuzzy. It's getting clear. So we're putting out content. Like we're trying to nudge you to learn. You've got people like me. You've got sales coaches out there that would gladly show up to your corporate meeting for a lot of money or allow you to come to theirs for a lot of money. We've got recruiting coaches, influencers, blah, 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 blah. And here's the thing. None of us actually know what that future is because none of us have actually worked in an environment where that future existed. We have a lot of past experience to lean on. There's going to be some core things of our industry that just don't go away. Relationship, service, locality matters. All of that is still going to exist. But there's a big chunk of our business, guys, that none of us have experienced, including the people that go online and give you concepts and ideas or coaches that are willing to coach your way to the future. None of them have done that. So here's the thing. Some of them are going to be right. I think some components of what I think are going to be right. So don't completely shun the advice you're getting because they don't have the experience, but don't blindly follow them. Don't go, oh yeah, that person seems smart and confident, so I'm going to trust them. Go back to what I was saying in the tips. You're an entrepreneur. You're a business owner. You're accountable to your clients, your referral partners, yourself, your family. Don't trust your future with ignorance of what that industry that's going to come up ahead of us is going to look like in the hands of other people without you knowing. Get educated. Ask questions. Research out of our industry. Inform your own opinion. Find your own processes. Find your own solutions, and then find a company that is going to marry. Because guess what? There's going to be a lot of companies that are going to be wrong as well. So be very, very careful of false prophets. This is a long video. If you're still watching it, kudos to you. But change is a dangerous thing. It's also an opportunity. If you lean into it, you educate, you be humble, understand you don't know what you know, but you're hungry enough to find the solutions for yourself. And if you do that and you're careful on who you listen to, you can absolutely take advantage of the change that's up ahead of us. I hope you guys all do it because I love this business and I love working with all of you. Thanks. And thanks again, Phil. Appreciate it, man.